Hey, good morning, everybody. So, grab your drink. This will remain on my YouTube page. So, like if there's something there that you thought, what was that she used, you can go back and watch it. Plus, I'm going to load a little list here in the comment box after the demo of these supplies, too. I do have that handy as well. All right, let's get this demo going. You guys ready? We're going to roll. Here we go. I start off by gridding my image. I have a cheap brush, so when I'm erasing, I can get the eraser crumbs off. I have the Tombow Mono Zero eraser stick. I just really like these fine erasers. I have the Graphic Gear 500 .7 Pentel mechanical pencil, and a ruler got me started. So I want to maybe get the darkest dark in there right away with those trees, but I'm going to be extremely careful with the top lines. And I have this fine liner. This is the Copic multi-liner. It says 0.5. And I'm going to use it to help me develop just the top edge of these trees. We'll go along here and develop this tree line. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a dark, not black yet. This is the number in a neutral gray of a Copic gray scale. I'm going to use number 4. These are the neutral grays from Copic markers, and I am using the brush tip on this. I think I'm going to jump in with this Faber-Castell artist pen. I like the tip on it, and I think I can get some nicer trees. These trees are quite important in this scene, so I'm going to take a little bit of time and design these. Now, I usually will start conservative when I'm working on something like this. So I'm going to probably jump in here and just tackle bits of this mountain right away because it is what it is, right? Let's tackle this thing. I don't want to start too dark. And sometimes it's not a bad idea to have a scrap paper nearby if you want to test your marker and go, well, just exactly how dark is it? That's probably a good starting place for some of this beautiful designs of rock that are showing. Now I'm going to take the very lightest marker, barely come in here with this shadow, where all this shadow snow is. And see that pencil line? If that bothers you, you can get rid of it. I'm never bothered by those pencil lines. This is a 0.1 micron. I'm thinking we can dress this up a bit. There is a little bit more going on over here in this corner. I'm going to take the number 2 and just get just a little bit more of a variety of stuff. And then I think we'll darken this edge just a tad bit more. Keeping this all dark maybe along this edge here will help our snowbank pop out a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and enhance the whole outside edge of this. So we're going to come in and I'm going to be conservative starting on the sky. So really I want to start probably with the lightest color, which is the 0, the neutral gray 0. Because it is a tad bit lighter right here at the base of the mountain where it's falling down into the horizon. The sky is a little bit lighter. Then as it moves up into the sky, working towards the zenith, it's going to get darker. And I will work, maybe I'm going to stay with this light one. When I'm doing skies and clouds with markers, I am always conservative to start. You cannot undo the marker. No going back once you put the marker on there. It's not like pencil and it's not like paint. Only options you have are to like take it further. I'm gonna lighten a little bit of the cloud pencil because I think maybe a little bit of airiness without the pencil would be nice. I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of that. Another reason to use this is you're not getting the oil out of your hands. We're using the 0. Let's be bold about it, and we'll start up at zenith. In case it's too dark, I'm learning as I go along here with you. Let's start with the next color in depth, which is the 2. And at zenith, we'll start darkening that sky. So I'm working with the number 0 and the number 2 right now. And I'm going to just play a little bit of design here. So you could just continue on however more in-depth detail you wanted. You know, I didn't do as much to these trees here because think about where they are on the edge of your page. More detail in these taking up to the main scene. Less importance over here. So hopefully that helps you. It was very limited with some very dark blacks. Mostly we used the number 0 and number 2 of the Copic markers for the bulk of all of this. I did use the Micron 01. I did start with the Copic Multiliner 0.5, but I did also do a little bit of brushwork with this Faber-Castell Artist Pen. It's a cold gray, number 232. I never really picked up any other black marker. I thought I might, but I don't really need to go any darker with this. Now, if you felt like you wanted to, we could come in with a gel pen and throw some real bright lights on some edges. Maybe we want to just enhance this snowbank right here. This is the uniball pen. Come along and change some of that edge if you want. If you get an area that is a little, because this pen dries flat. It looks shiny when it's wet, but it dries flat. So if you want a little bit of breakaway softness, wispiness more than what you left, you can add it if you want. The one area I do want to fix is this top edge right here. Carried it just a little bit higher. I'm going to put that on there. And I think this tree needed just a little bit more work. Shape on it was not perfect. I don't like this busyness down here. I think this will read better to go more simplified. And these are decisions that you do have to make. One more. There's a really beautiful shadow right in here. So I am going to take this just a hair darker. A few last touches. Just up close here, a little bit of detail of, I decided a little snowbank here is a good idea. What it maybe is doing is we just don't have one huge dark black spot. I want to do it up here. Okay. It was kind of fun bringing in that white pen. It was an afterthought I had when I was working on it. I thought, how about if, you do that for variety, because it had that big black hole on the right. I did want that whole area to be dark because I wanted to set off that Majestic mountain. But then I started thinking, oh, I wish I had left the little white paper. But then I remembered that white uniball pen. They're very, very cool. Matter of fact, you can get them in a set. This is what it looks like. And they go over the top of those markers. And I think I got it in a set with a gold and a silver. So it was kind of fun to do that. And yeah, thanks, Teresa. She mentioned that she thought that simplifying that bottom left-hand corner worked. And I agree. It was too busy. When you get moving on these, sometimes you just overdo. Diane had asked me about these markers leaking through, and they do leak through. They will. So I was going to show you, this is in a book, and I had a piece of copy paper underneath it because I'm going to show you the leak through. You can see. So that probably would have gone to this page, to the next page, if I hadn't had a piece of paper underneath there. What paper am I using? This is done. So this drawing was done in this book. It's a Strathmore. I like it's a little creamy. It's not white, but a little creamy. That's the Strathmore mixed media. Is that backwards for you guys? It might be. Strathmore mixed media 7x9. It's 190 GM. Acid-free 100% cotton. So it's a nice book. I've been using it. I've been doing some different drawings in it, but there's possibility that that paper is maybe a little thin. So the last in July, we did this one, which I did it in this book too. So I kind of like it. You know, I've talked about how on my sketches, sometimes I like them on a loose leaf, like what these were done back here, because there's occasionally I will give them to clients if they buy the painting. Some of these sketches turn into paintings, some of them don't. But if they're on a loose leaf, then I do have an opportunity to put them in a nice card or whatever. And I've given away a lot of them to my clients that buy the paintings. So the one thing that's very cool about running a recorded video is I can answer some of those questions. It's good. It read the directions we're reading right. Thank you. That's good to know. I appreciate that, Teresa. Thank you, guys. It's looking backwards to me. So that's why I was like, what's that doing? So Chris, hopefully that was the answer on the paper. And anyway, what I was saying was it's kind of nice to be able to, for me to be able to answer those questions because of me wanting to keep the ball rolling and not keep everybody too long and get to giving away prizes, right? I know that's why you came here because you're planning on winning today. So I'm glad that you guys like that. Thanks for all those nice comments. And so just for context here, you can find this video. It will stay on YouTube. And in the description, I will drop the box of all these supplies that I used. I'll drop them, I'll link them underneath this video on YouTube. So you can go over to YouTube and grab it, and any of the supplies, if you liked any of them, you can know what they were, and then go get some if you want. Stay at the drawing board, keep practicing. I'm going to edit this video, so if you want to go back and do that sketch, you can. It will live on my YouTube, so you can pause it and follow along and do that sketch. All right, my friends. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you next time. Be good.